Chief, do you want to go next?
Yep, Dennis McCarthy.
And I'm not sure who user 3 is. Do you know, Deputy?
One is Rob Cinto, one is, that's Rob Cinto, I believe, user 3.
Okay, and then the deputy is
Rob,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And who is 2?
Is Jude.
June. Okay, and Alex, Joe, and John Branley. And Liam is on, and Arlene Darrow from the public is on. Is that everybody, Deputy?
That's everyone, yes.
Great. Okay, so calling the meeting to order, it's 7:03. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. All please rise. Do we have a flag any place? There we go. Thank you, Deputy. I pledge allegiance to
The flag.
flag of the United States of
United
America,
States of America,
To the Republic.
which
together,
stands one nation
one
under
nation,
God,
under God,
liberty and
indivisible,
justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, next, we in fact completed interviews and have information on the eligibility list, and I'm going to ask Commissioner Olzaki for his report and motion.
Okay. Based on our experience on the July 19th and 20th oral interviews were held at the Fairfield Fire School for the position of firefighter. Most of the previous members of the interview panel were able to participate in the panel for this round of interviews. Deputy Chief Dunn, Assistant Chief Case, Lieutenant Smith, who was filling in for Lieutenant Candarella, Firefighter Strebe, Commissioner Brennan, and myself. From the Connecticut Testing Consortium, a list of candidates ranked upon written and oral tested conducted in 2020. The next 16 candidates with EMT credentials were interviewed by the panel. Eight candidates each were interviewed on July 19th and July 20th. Candidates were asked questions prepared by the testing company. Based upon these interviews and ranked listings, all the candidates and ranked lists of all that get developed to amend the eligibility list. The interview panel unanimously recommend the approval of the list in order.
Okay, Commissioner, do you want to make the motion and then we'll open it for discussion?
I would. I'd like to make a motion that the commission amend the Town of Fairfield Fire Department eligibility list effective July 14, 2020, and set the expiration date on June 9th, 2022, unless extended by a formal vote of the Board of Fire Commissioners. The following is the updated rank order. From the list established at the Commission January 21st, 2021 special meeting, Caitlin Berner. Additions from this round of interviews are Mackenzie Juatanovic, Christopher Darrow, David Campbell, Kevin Crow, Samuel Gutman, Michael Finch, Joseph Singagalea, Nolan Golicki. The above are listed in rank order.
We need a second. Alex, thank you. Any discussion or questions from the commission?
Just one, Madam Chair, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that a candidate is offered or is next on the list for hiring, any of the ones that were just mentioned, and obviously this list extending through June, and they're unable to be hired, we move to the next candidate. After that candidate's hired, provided there's another opening that happens afterwards, how does that then work mechanics-wise? Does it go back to the individual that was missed, or do we just, is that person now off the list and we move to the next person?
Chief, do you want to talk to that or do you want me to?
Yep, I will. What we have what has been our practice, and I think that it is in the interest of the fire department and the town of Fairfield, is to give every candidate an opportunity to meet the prerequisites. If they are missing a single prerequisite, multiple prerequisites, they will be passed on the list and re-reviewed in a subsequent offer, the next available opening. And that has been practice that we have followed certainly during this list, and I think previous lists. If a candidate turns down a job, we need to establish a firm practice. Chairwoman and I and the deputy spoke about recently is once they turn down a job, at some point we need to take them off the list. And we need to establish that practice as and it's going to require a little bit more discussion on how to handle that. There are legitimate reasons for other employment, military service, and the like that we may want to defer action on a candidate and give them a deferral. Others may be deemed by the commission to be less worthy of that deferral. I think that is a discussion we should have prior to the establishment of the next and we have until June of next year to do that.
Excellent. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Madam Chair. That answered my question.
Sure. And to date, including one today, we had somebody that clearly indicated they were no longer interested, so they came off the list completely. Any other questions?
Okay.
Okay, I'll entertain a vote. All in favor, hands would help, or ayes, since we have some on the phone.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay, all in favor, unanimously passed. From there, we want to cancel the regular August meeting. We do not expect to have any information ready that we need to meet on August 12th. But in fact, we would like a special meeting in late August to discuss the recruitment and testing process. And I'm going to ask Alex to talk to what we've been doing and sort of where we're headed and what we'd like to present in August.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So for the rest of the commissioners, chief and deputy, we've been working collectively to review hiring practices as well as some of the screening tests that are required for hiring, just to get a better idea and make sure that what we're pursuing as a town is in the best interest of everyone, ensuring that there's equity for all of those who are interested in joining the fire service. That was the result of conversation with Selectman Lefkowitz prior to joining the commission. And so to do that, we've gone through and we've taken a look at the CPAT exam. I actually ran through it. Chief came up and was kind enough to provide adult supervision, which was great, to get a feel for it. And I think based on some research that we've done to date, some recommendations from Chief as the chief engineer of the department, based on his experience from the deputy and from some others, we're going to make some recommendations to enhance our recruitment efforts and preparation for candidates in order to be more successful and have a better chance at passing both some of the physical requirements as well as the oral examinations after they've taken the written. So the idea is that we will come back with a formal document that will include some of the research that's been done as well as some proposed recommendations for the commission to consider, so that way we can improve, I think, some equity in the hiring process. The department's done a lot of work to date to enhance recruiting efforts and a few other items to make sure that takes place. This is going to build upon that work that's already been done. And so, Madam Chair, I think based on the conversation that we had previously, I think you wanted to open this up for, in case anyone else wanted to participate or volunteer to get involved with this effort. The other commissioners.
We need to be careful of FOI, but we can work around that so that we can get the research done and then have a real discussion about this.
Mm-hmm.
At a late August meeting, which we will pick together. I can comment, and Joe may want to comment, that without our prompting, as part of the debrief after each candidate's interview, the members were coming up with suggestions and ideas. The interview panel members were coming up with suggestions and ideas of how we might expand and help people get through the process. But if any of you would like to work on this effort between now and the end of August, please either speak up now or send Alex and I and the chief an email.
Appreciate it, Madam Chair. I think just a real quick explanation for any of the other commissioners who are wondering. The fire itself, when you go through the Fire Academy, provides you with, a kind of an even playing field once you go through the academy in terms of training and everything else. But getting there is where we want to ensure that there's equity. So it's the lead up to that and not afterwards. I just want to make perfectly clear what we're looking at. Appreciate it. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sure. So if there is anybody got anything specific they want to raise right now, or save it for the discussion, or email Alex, Chief, and I to participate. Is that good? Everybody okay?
Good.
I'm seeing nods on the phone. You guys okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, the week of the 23rd or the week of the 30th works better for you folks? In terms of.
It doesn't matter.
7 o'clock on a Thursday night is typically what works for us. 7 o'clock.
It depends if it's going to be a Zoom call or in person.
To be
In person, I hope.
unless the chief got an answer in the last 24 hours. I'd love it
Not,
in
I have
person.
not asked that question, but we are, seeking to get the town policy for in-person meetings dated. So more on that. I would hope that time would be in person.
If it's in person, the last week is better for me. I'm just one person, so I don't know if it'll matter. But
The
You
last
mean
week.
the week of the 23rd?
no. Did you say the week of the 30th as an option?
Yes, we can do that. Do you want to do?
That's better for me, but don't. I'm just one of many. So,
Same.
but if it's Zoom, it doesn't matter because I can take it from anywhere.
Okay. September 2nd?
Yep.
Does that work? I'm good.
Works.
Joe,
Yeah.
you good?
Works for
Liam?
That's
Works for
not
me.
Labor Day, is that?
The Labor Day is the following Monday.
Sorry, I had the July calendar up. Never mind.
It's not Labor Day week. It's the week before Labor Day.
Thanks, Dorothea. Sorry, that's my fault.
either Thursday will work for me.
Okay. Liam, are you okay?
Yes, either Thursday.
Okay, Rob?
Yeah, either Thursday works for me as well.
Okay, who am I missing?
Hold it up for me, Dorothea.
Pardon?
Don't hold it up for me.
Well, no, I mean, there's no reason, and we could use more time to be sure to pull it together. So I'm thinking September 2nd is good because it seems to be good with everybody. Whether it's in person or Zoom, we will figure out. And we may still be able to Zoom people in if, in fact, they can't make it in person. So we are convening a special meeting on Thursday, September 2nd at 7 p.m. Location to be determined. The purpose is to discuss the 2022 fire testing recruitment and interview process. Does that work? Okay.
Sounds good.
That's done. Deputy, can you send out a placeholder for that meeting that you can later add location once we figure that out, but that gets it on everybody's calendar?
Will do.
Thank you. If we can't bring anything else up because this is a special meeting, so because you cannot amend the agenda in a special meeting. So with that, if we're all okay, we've covered our agenda, and I would take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Joe, and a second from John. All in favor?
Do we need public comment?
Aye.
Oh, it's not on the agenda. I don't know what happens, but I'm happy to do it. I think Darrow is the only one on. Commissioners, are you okay with that?
I am good with public comment. It should have been done, after the vote, I think, or before the vote, but regardless, I'm okay with, public comment.
Just didn't want to miss out.
And the only public that I see is under the name of Arlene Darrow, but I don't know whether it is Arlene or Christopher that is on the line. But if you have anything you want to say, we're happy to hear you. Are they on mute?
No.
Anyone there?
It might be on mute on their end.
Okay, I guess they left the line open. I'm sure they were here to hear the vote in the rank order. Okay, thank you. And we need to approve the motion to adjourn at 7:19. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Rob? Okay,
Aye.
thank you very much. We are adjourned. See you
Thanks,
all
everyone.
on September 2nd.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank
summer,
you.
guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.